The crew of the Konrad was not above any job. When a high-paying job to act as an intergalactic hearse came along, the captain was more than happy to take it. Countless coffins were loaded onto the ship, and off they went. The jettison point was the outer rim of the Neosine galaxy. As the captain's daughter was exploring the ship one day, she happened upon the coffins. They were all locked with a biometric code. She'd seen these types of locks before, and she knew her daddy's key code could open them. She wanted to know what was inside. Since she knew where Daddy kept his emergency key card, getting one open wouldn't be a problem. As she scanned the card, a hissing sound filled the room as the coffin lid opened. A figure sat up amidst the cryogas, its head wrapped in bandages. The girl screamed and ran from the room.
Welcome back, friends and scoundrels. I am Bran, and we are continuing our Ratchet Lady franchise with Final Girl board game. Taking it into outer space, which usually doesn't happen until the fourth in the franchise, at least, but whatever. We make up different rules here. So, anyways, for my tie-ins, make sure you're reading the descriptions for my own little story bits. It helps. I think so. I think it does.
I have no opinion on it.
So, let's get started with the boring bits. USS Konrad is our location. Special setup. You will start with 2 keycard tokens on the board. Each setup card will indicate where to place them. Place 1 keycard item card in your inventory and place a keycard on it. Place 2 keycard item cards next to your player area along with the remaining tokens. Shuffle the remaining 3 keycard item cards with the rest of the item cards and build the decks as normal. So making use of this space over here by the map, I have my 2 cards and the super loader, which we'll get to in a minute. And you know where the other things go. Place the super loader item card next to your play area and place the token, or in this case the mini, in the hanger. Place the 3 maintenance card next to your player board face up. Those are down here where you cannot see them. Key cards are useful items that can unlock new pathways or activate important ship functions. If you start or end your movement in a space, not while passing through, that has a keycard token, you may spend a time to take the token. Take one of the item key cards that were set aside during setup and place it in your inventory, placing the keycard token on it. Whenever you take a keycard item card, either through search or an event, always place the token on top of it. Whenever you use a key card by placing a token on the board or maintenance card, explained below, always keep the empty key card in your inventory. You cannot discard an empty key card item card, and if the game instructs you to discard an item card, either randomly or by choice, ignore the key cards for that purpose. Once placed either on the board or on a maintenance card, you cannot retrieve any key cards unless a game effect instructs you to, such as a solar flare or some other disruption does it. It does not cost time to use a key card and place a key card token, only to pick them up, which you would think would be less. Like, I can just bend down as I'm running through and grab it. Or theoretically, normally you could. But, like, it might take me a minute to put it in the machine. What if I don't use that machine? I'll stop now.
Please do.
Maintenance shafts. There are 4 maintenance shafts on the board, each with an empty keycard token connected to it. Neither you nor victims can pass through these shafts as long as they are inactive. If you are adjacent to an inactive shaft, you may place an available token on it to activate it, which will allow you to freely travel through it along with any victims that are following you. Important, enemies cannot travel through maintenance shaft, even ones that have been activated, unless there's a card that allows them to do so. Maintenance cards. There are 4 spaces on the ship highlighted in purple and denoted by a gear icon: the trash compactor, the furnace, the hangar, and the bridge. A special function can be activated in each of these rooms, indicated on the 3 maintenance cards: the crusher, the incinerator, the airlock, and the self-destruct, respectively. In order to activate a function, you must be in the gear space. You cannot be passing through. That corresponds to the function that you want to activate. For example, to activate the incinerator, you would need to be at the furnace. Place the correct number of tokens on it to activate it. Each function requires a different number of key cards, as implied before. And then follow the instructions for that function. Both the airlock and the self-destruct may allow you to kill yourself along with the killer. If that happens, you lose the game, even if the killer dies along with you. No victory for self-sacrifice. For self-inflicted destruction. If any game effects instruct you to remove keycard tokens from the maintenance cards after you've already activated a function. Those functions are immediately canceled. Remove any additional tokens associated with them. The superloader. Even though the superloader starts on the board in the hangar, you can only use it if you find the superloader key card item. Superloader key item. It's not a card, it's just a key. If you ever unequip the superloader or lose the key, leave the superloader figure in your current space and return the superloader item card to its starting place beside the board. In other words, you don't have a superloader pocket.
They're not horses. It makes sense.
It's the same size and probably the same weight. It doesn't make sense. There's pockets all over my backpack. I don't know why I can't just carry it. And like this is future world too. I've determined. All right, Ratchet Lady special rules. Special setup. Place the Maniac Meeples in a pile next to the Victim Meeples. Place 2 Maniac Meeples in the Ratchet Lady's starting space. Health. The Ratchet Lady only starts with 6 health, but has no upper health value other than however many health tokens you have. There are multiple ways she can recover health. Maniacs. The Ratchet Lady is accompanied by minions called Maniacs, former victims who have become crazed lunatics willing to do whatever she tells them to do. In addition to the special rules listed below, refer to the general rules on minions on page 32 of the core rulebook. Maniacs have 1 health. Maniacs have an attack and movement value of 1. Maniacs will not follow you and cannot be saved. If there are maniacs in your space and you want to leave the space, you receive damage for each maniac more than 1. For example, if there's a single maniac in your space, there is no penalty for leaving. But if there are 3 maniacs, you would receive 2 damage when leaving the space. There is a hard limit of 6 maniacs on the board at one time. If you are instructed to spawn a maniac and there are no more maniac meeples left, then ignore it. When a meeple becomes a maniac, replace its meeple with a red maniac meeple. Do not increase bloodlust since no one died. If you kill a maniac, even if it was formerly a victim, do not increase bloodlust, because it's a bad guy now. Calm. When playing against the Ratchet Lady, you will have access to new Calm action cards. Calm allows you to turn maniacs back into peaceful victims. When successfully resolving a Calm action card, replace the indicated number of maniac meeples with victim meeples. They will not follow you, can be saved as normal, and can be killed by enemies. Now for the scenario. Interstellar Anarchy. Final girl, Jeanette. Setup. It says hard choices in the book, but that card doesn't exist, so we opted to go with Born in Flames. Items. Set up the item deck as normal. Events. Remove master access. Then set up the event deck as normal, but starting event is Orphan Girl. Done. Orphan Girl. My mommy told me there were no real monsters. She was wrong. The victim closest to you is now the Orphan Girl. While the Orphan Girl is in your space, you get plus 1 victims will follow you, and you may freely move through inactive maintenance shafts. If the Orphan Girl dies, plus 3 horror. If the Orphan Girl leaves play, discard this card. So we are reading that to understand that if she is in space, she can travel along with 2 victims as normal, or you can take 3 victims out of your space. So, like, if we were both here, I could take these 3 to the escape pod and then come back. And which one do we want to do? In the trash compactor or the maintenance shaft hangar? USS Konrad tarot cards, 4, selected at random. Ratchet Lady tarot cards, 6 of them. Bloodletting, March of the Maniacs, Leave Her to Me, Blood Jolt, Whispers in the Dark. We are helping. I feel like that needs a deer somewhere. Probably at the beginning, at the end.
We
We
are
are
deer.
helping.
We are deer helping.
It is important to help the deer. Gotta get that meat. Dark Power, Blood Fear, Finale, Feed the Madness. Special rules. None. None rules. Just do whatever you want.
Anarchy.
Interstellar Anarchy. Alright. So I suppose it's time to get started. Let's make some anarchy. I'm gonna go ahead and start by activating this maintenance shaft. And then I'm going to shimmy my way through it.
Shimmy, Jimmy.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. No, we're not. We're giving up weak attack and short rest. And we will move up to 1 space. And lose a time. Suppose I could have just taken the fail on that, and at least it would have made more sense than just tripping.
But alas, you didn't.
But alas, I didn't. And let's do a focus. There we go. Down horror, +2 time. And I think we'll stop there. Because I have friends, got my emotional supports.
Your emotional support friends?
Yeah. That's what they're called. We'll take a close call. And we'll take a sprint and a search. 2, 2. And I guess we'll take a calm for now. I don't know why I was trying to do that on the first turn. Okay. Their phase. We're going to move over here. And Ratchet Lady doesn't have anybody to kill, so we're going to whisper in the dark. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next card. Otherwise, closest victim to the Ratchet Lady becomes a maniac. She's gonna, what is that? It's a spell in D&D, right? Where you can channel your communication through something.
Message?
Or through people. Yes.
Crown of Madness?
She's gonna send message through her other 2 fellers. So the closest victim to the Ratchet Lady becomes a maniac. Maniacs only. Target final girl, move, and stab. And nobody to stab. And then increase bloodlust. Probably get a distraction in here at some point. All right. We are. I don't know why I did that. Oh, nope. Backtrack. Panic phase, nobody to panic. Upkeep phase, nothing to do there at the moment. Now it's my turn. I'm going to go for a walk. Never fails. Oh, I should move with them. All right. These cats in their escape pod and buckle them in and get out of here.
You were wrangling cats?
Yes. All right, so we're going to take our horror reduction. Take any top item card. And I'm going to take the ship's manifest. While at a search space, discard the ship's manifest to look through that space's item deck. Place the cards in any order that you wish, leaving the top card face up.
That's nice.
Yeah. Then you're going to come back here. Now I don't have to make my way all the way to the storage room. I should have saved my key card for this one. Yeah. What else do we got here? I'm going to do another focus. I'll just take the one. So that gives me horror down, and I lose a time. Go throwing my ogre fingers all over the place. And I think I'm going to stop there. So, minion's turn. Move here and here. Ratchet Lady, nobody to attack. Incinerator malfunctions. All victims generate.
I think you skipped planning.
Oh, shoot. I did. So I guess I'll take all these back. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, and 10. Reset that. All right. Now, it's Minion's turn. So they're going to move here and here. And the Ratchet Lady has nobody to kill, so straight to a terror card. Incinerator malfunction. All victims adjacent to the furnace panic. Where is the furnace?
Ratchet.
Well, there's nobody adjacent, so roll the die for everyone at the furnace and apply the following. Ooh. 2 through 4. She takes a burn.
Oh, poor Ratchet Lady.
Then target final girl, move and stab. 1. Ouch. Rude. Oh no, that's a victim. Never mind. This one's going to stab. She moves 2, 3. She's going to stab one here. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, they would still move though. Oh no, there is a panic. Gotten away from that. Didn't have a panic like all last game. Panic, nothing upkeep, right? Then, my turn. I think I'm gonna try for this distraction real quick. We're gonna use a close call. Pay 2 time to re-roll our dice.
Shouldn't have fired those dice.
I shouldn't have.
They're a union, they're protesting them.
So that's still horror down 1, but loss of 4 time. Yeah, ouch. All right, so I don't know what I want to do here. I'm in a very precarious situation. So I think I'm going to take the time to set myself up for the future and try to do a little bit more focusing. Focus! Focus!
You can do it.
Paid off. That's horror down, which gives us an extra die and gives me 2 more time. A little bit of breathing room. Good job, dice. Now, think we're going to try to get rid of this other feller before he gets picked up too. Good enough. All right, so let's move up to 1 space. Lose the time. He gets out of here. All right, now, do I want to move 1 space or take a search card?
Take a search card.
I think I'm going to take a search card. All right, and that just mess with everything super bad. I'm going to give up my weak attack to buy another time. And then I'm going to use that to take a sprint. Alrighty. Maniacs. They're all going to move here. Forgot about that. I could have calmed them down first. Or at least a couple of them.
You could have tried.
Yeah, I don't know if Jeanette has the communication skills appropriate for doing that. Ratchet Lady, there's nobody for her to stab here because they ran away from her. Gas leak. Roll a die to determine which maintenance shafts leak toxic gas. Number 5, lower left. That's this one, right? Everyone in a space adjacent to an affected maintenance shaft receives 1 damage. So these 3 guys die, and she's taking another. I just got to keep running around and keeping her in spaces where she's going to get hurt. And we get another event card. Cramped escape pods. If there is more than 1 victim in a safe space, you cannot save victims in that space. No. No way I'm sharing a pod with Karen. That's right. So, panic phase. Nobody to panic. Nothing to upkeep. And my turn, I guess. Guess I won't try to calm anybody down. But we'll go for a nice little jaunt. Or not. I'm going to go ahead and use my close call. And not completely fire those dice this time, you sons of bitches. Should have. Alright, I guess we'll give up a short rest and a walk. And move up to 2 spaces and lose another time. I should have given up my focus. Well, I guess we'll just take this moment to recollect our thoughts. Which gives us order down and time down. I'm gonna pay back, calm, get another one of these. And I don't really need to do that, do I? No, because I wanted my close call. And still don't need to do that. I'm taking that back. Killer's turn. No minions. Nobody to kill. Super exciting. It's a slow burn. Literally. Leave her to me. If there are no victims on the board, there are. Discard and draw the next tarot card. Otherwise, maniacs only. Target a victim, move and stab. There is nobody. Ratchet Lady only. Target the final girl, move and stab. So her movement is up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no.
The orphan.
I've lost the orphan.
3, 4.
Not flipping that over. Dark power. Blood fear. Killer phase. The first time horror or bloodlust increases by at least 1, the Ratchet Lady recovers a heart. Okay, so that's each killer phase. If either of those go up, she regains a heart. My turn. We're gonna go for a sprint. Or no. Panic phase, nothing to panic. Upkeep phase, nothing to upkeep. Now it's my turn. That almost landed where I wanted it to. And we're back down to 2. One, two. I think I'm okay with that. There you go. 1, 2, and brush right past her. And then how does this work? Maybe the top card face up. There's got to be something good here, right? So we're going to use the ship's manifest. While at a search space, discard the ship's manifest to look through the space's item deck. Place the cards in any order that I wish, leaving the top card face up. We're at the mess hall. Let's see what kind of goodies we got here. a key card, key card, emergency access, energy drink, or personal beacon. Well, these are kind of poopy. I don't like any of these.
Well, at least now you know you don't like any of these. You don't have to search here.
It's true. Actually, reconsidering that.
Would you reconsider?
That emergency access, because it allows me to move through an adjacent space through an inactive maintenance shaft.
Mm.
So I can temporarily override it, which will allow me to. So I am going to do a search real quick. Which is all that I need. One success, I take top item card at my space, and I lose a tab. And think I should probably stop there. So I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take the retaliate card for all 4 of that. Alrighty. So killer phase, still no minions. Nobody for Ratchet Lady to kill. March of the Maniacs. Spawn a maniac at each empty safe space. And go and open my dumb mouth, didn't I?
You do have a dumb mouth.
Closest victim to you becomes a maniac. So, are we treating this through normal travel ways?
Yes.
That would be this one. The closest victim to the Ratchet Lady becomes a maniac. Wow. For each maniac you were able to place due to. For each maniac you were unable to place due to running out of meeples, bloodlust up. Nope. And panic all maniacs. So we'll start over here. 1, 2, 5 to my space. 2 and 3. Not that that matters. All right. And that's the end of that. Panic phase. Nobody died, so we don't need to do that. They just all went insane and panicked on their own. Then upkeep phase. Nothing to upkeep. So I'm going to go ahead and use my calm card. Try to get this guy calm back down. All right. Maniac. So, one maniac in your space or an adjacent space becomes a victim, and then increase bloodlust. Ratchet Lady gains art. All right. So, then going to walk. Ouch. Well, still move up to 1 space. I'm going to take a damage. So this guy, even though I calmed him down, is still freaking out a little bit. What? Still freaking out a little bit and bit me. Wasn't supposed to do. Okay. And I lose 2 time, but gets out of here. And we're going to move 1 space. Woohoo. Now, Jeanette's flip over. You are considered to have an additional hand for the purposes of holding and using item cards. Woohoo. Place 2 tracking markers on this card. When using an item with limited uses, you may use one of these markers instead. Nice. For each additional victim save, recover heart. Nice. That's 2 games in a row where I have saved enough victims. All right. All right. And then I'm going to go for a walk again. But not with those dice. They're not on my side.
These ones on your side.
They are more on my side. So I'm going to give up my short rest and a weak attack to change that to a success, which allows me to move up to 2 spaces. And I'm going to use my emergency access to move through the maintenance shaft. And then I'm going to use it again to come over here to the storage. I think we'll stop there. So I'm going to go ahead and take a distraction for 3. Then we are doing something. Minions. So I'm going to go here, 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 and this one can get to me. Yeah. So the Ratchet Lady has nobody to kill. Terror card. System reboot. Take all key cards on the board and any maintenance cards and return them to their key cards. Return them to their key card item cards. So I only have the one that's in play. So, and that means only the ones that have been played, not the ones that are just laying about still. If at least one is returned, or up to, oh, good grief. And an event. Cluttered shafts. While moving, you may move through an inactive maintenance shaft at the cost of 1 damage. Victims cannot follow you if you move in this manner. Panic phase, nobody died. Upkeep phase, nothing to upkeep. My turn. Let me go ahead and pick up this key for a time. And I'm gonna shift this a little bit just to keep things clean here and just put it on this one that I already have. Then we'll turn one sideways.
Okay.
All right. Then suppose I might need to cause a distraction. Oops. Gonna give up my 2 focuses to change that. Take this down 2 time. And then we're gonna do a search here. Oh, that's right. I had that thing that allowed me to take whatever. Shoot. We use the close call. 2 time. Shoot. Take the top item card at your space. Increase horror by 2. Lose 2 time. Thermal visor. Discard to ignore an ambush card and draw another. Whenever an enemy enters your space, you may discard any 2 action cards to take an available guard reaction card into your hand. Oof, that was a harsh one. All right, well, I guess I'll stop there because I don't have any cards that I can do anything with. We're going to take a close call for 1. And a guard card. Guard. Man, that whole full action phase just washed out. All right, so he's got to move this. So two of the minions moving, moving, moving. She's already with me. I suppose that's how they work. They just all conglomerate on you and
Trap you in one spot because it hurts you to leave.
they force you to fight your way out. And Ratchet Lady has nobody to attack. Solar interference. Remove all key cards from the board that have been activated and all maintenance cards. Then roll a die for each card and place it as follows. So since I didn't remove any, do I need to?
All of them that are on.
I haven't placed any since last time. Since the system reboot. I only had that one up here. It got pulled.
There's nothing.
All right. Target a victim, move, and stab. That's one dead there. Up one. Ratchet Lady recovers the health.
Oh, good. She was looking a little pale.
This one's going to attack somebody. Oh, gotta do that. Jeez, two more. Oh man, this is going. Got distracted. So she gained two more hearts. And then, guess. He'll move. We'll move. And she moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So, panic phase, which doesn't need to happen because everybody just got murdered. Upkeep phase, nothing to upkeep. So my turn. I think I going to give up my 2 walk cards. Nope, that's not. No. Discard. To buy 2 more time. And I think that's it at the moment.
Fancy turn.
I've got that retaliate. And they still just move. So it's further than I need to protect myself from. Problem is I don't have any weapons right now.
So you can't just slap her?
No. I don't want to do that. 5, 7. So I think I'm going to take critical blow. 6. And then a calm to have something to burn. No, I'm not taking the calm. I'm going to take a search.
There you go.
It's that way at least next time I can do a little bit of a search.
Try.
All right.
Fine.
Yeah. Minions move. She attacks. So I'm going to use my retaliate. Or should I just guard? I think I'm just going to guard for now. Reduce damage by 2. I'll accept that for now. Then, that's it.
She only attacks once?
Yeah, at the moment. Bloodletting. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Woo! If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Blood Jolt. Oh, geez.
Oh, geez, what? I can't see it.
Blood Jolt. Horror goes up 2. 1, 2. So she gets a heart. And she gets 2 more hearts. And we are in the finale. Makes sense.
Because she's murdered everyone already?
Yeah. Oh boy. At the start of the killer phase, if there are no maniacs on the board, spawn a maniac in the Ratchet Lady space. Then, minions to target, move, and stab. Ratchet Lady recovers a heart, targets, moves, and stabs.
That is not great.
No, this is going to be interesting.
Because now minions are going to hurt you.
Yeah.
It's a good thing there aren't anywhere you want.
It's a good thing I don't have a way to get away. I think this just got out of hand. These maniacs are hungry. So we're gonna do a search real quick. For some reason.
Need a weapon.
Nope. We're gonna do a focus first. All right. So down a time, but horror up 1. Now we're gonna do a search. Do close call for 2 time because I think we're just about at all or nothing.
It's that time of the game.
We're at the storage space.
Yep.
Motion tracker. Roll 1 horror die when resolving a scan card. Whenever an enemy enters your space, you may discard the motion tracker to immediately move to an adjacent space. Any remaining enemy movement is lost. Or mysterious pills. Discard during the action phase and choose one of the following. Reduce horror or heal 2.
Sounds like mystery pills.
Mystery pills it is. And we're going to go ahead and take those and reduce the horror. Or should I? No, I'm going to hold those.
Still no weapons. Are you sure there's any weapons in this game?
Remains to be seen. And we're going to go ahead and do a critical blow on her. Screw it. Do 2 damage. So we got 2 damage. I take 2 damage. Makes sense because I'm beating her with my fists.
Does make sense.
Horror down. And stop.
So you're once again in the red.
Well, I have a plan.
How about plan?
I do. And hopefully I'm not wrong. Alright, so I think I'm at 3. I'm going to take a close call. 2 walks. And a sprint. And hope for the best.
You do that.
So, let's kick this party off, shall we?
You call this a party.
Yeah. So minion 1 is going to stab me, and I'm going to let him. These 2 guys are going to move in here.
Doesn't your heart flip over?
No.
Take that damage first.
I have to take damage first.
Okay.
But because of my goggles, I can whenever an enemy enters my space, I can discard 2 action cards and take a guard reaction. Oh, I should probably put these back, shouldn't I?
If you want.
If I want them later, I will. So, take a guard card. One of them is going to hit me. And I die.
And you died.
I was really hoping that I was going to have some hearts because I would have ended it.
Last. Had no hearts. Ratchet Lady had hearts though.
Yep, like she needs them. Heart hoarder.
To each their own.
Oh man, that was a very gambly game. Nope, I looked at the mess hall. Let's see if the armory had any. Well, I had the vibro claw and the flamethrower.
It makes sense that they would be in the armory.
It would make sense. Though if I'd actually gone there, they probably wouldn't. Oh man, that is two losses. That one was. I was feeling pretty okay in the beginning, and then they came back and got me with a vengeance.
Yes, they did.
Like, that game was going nice and cool and calm there for a long time, and then just out of stinking nowhere, they converged upon me. I had a good plan there for a minute until all my plans got disrupted. So, anyways, thanks for watching.